So today we're gonna look into how to create plots when using AGX Dynamics for Unreal. We are also going to look into how to extract simulation data and write that to a file on disk. So we can use that for later analysis, for example. To get things started though, I am going to close this. And also I'm going to remove this. Let's create a new blueprint. Let's call it my mech for my mechanism. So to get something moving on the screen here that we can actually extract something interesting from, I'm going to create a very simple pendulum. So to do this, I'm going to add a rigid body. I'm going to give it a sphere shape. Let's reduce the size a little bit. And I am also going to add a hinge constraint. This will be placed above and a little bit to the side here so that the initial starting position will be such that we get that swinging motion. I also have to specify the body attachment. I'm gonna say we want to attach this rigid body. The second body attachment in the hinge I am gonna leave empty. This means that we are constraining the rigid body to the world. So if I just hit compile and save, we can drag this out into the world here. If I press play, we can see that we do that, get that pendulum motion that we wanted. So now to create a plot from this, we are going to come back to this blueprint. Heading over to the event graph, this is where we will place our plot logic. I'm going to add a plot component. So the AGX plot component is responsible for creating the actual plot window, and it works hand in hand with something called a plot data series. So a plot data series, that is something that's responsible for holding the data that we actually write. I'm gonna come down here to the variables, hit the plus sign, and let's call this time, because I'm going to create a plot here where we plot the angle as a function of time. So let's call this time. The type will be an AGX plot data series. I'm gonna press compile to get this label, and let's call it time. I need another variable, and that is for the actual angle. That's in degrees. And again, press compile, and we can give it a useful name. So this label that we see here, that's what we will actually see in the plot graph later. So now I can drag this plot component out, and we will call the create plot function. This needs to be called just once if we want to create the plot window once. So I'm gonna call this in begin play. And it takes as inputs two data series, basically the X and Y axis. So we want to input time as our X axis and the angle as the Y. We can give the plot a name. This will also be shown in the plot window. I'm gonna keep this as my plot for now. You can give it a useful name if you want. The thing that's missing now is that we actually have to write data to these data series. So right now they contain nothing. So this we will do during the simulation. I'm gonna remove this because we don't need it. So to write to the angle data series, we will call the write function. So this is very simple. We can write whatever value we want, and it will show up in our plot. We could do this. Oh yeah, we actually have to input the angle as well. So I'm gonna call the get angle function. Now we could do this every tick like this, but this event tick is actually the Unreal tick, and There is no guarantee that AGX Dynamics for Unreal simulation will step exactly once each Unreal tick. This depends on the stepping mode that you have set in the project settings. So if we want to be guaranteed that we get each and every simulation step, we actually don't want to use this Unreal tick. Instead, what we want to do is that we want to get the simulation object, and we can then bind to the pre-step forward event. So this is something that's very handy. In begin play, we will call bind to pre-step forward, and here we can create our custom event. So under event, we can hit add custom event. I'm gonna call this pre-step forward. So this will now get called exactly once each time the AGX Dynamics for Unreal simulation steps. So we will not miss a single step, regardless of our stepping mode in our project settings. So we are now writing the angle here. We also need to write data to this time data series. So I'm going to drag this out. And to get the time, we again can get the simulation object. And call the get timestamp. Very important, do not use the get time step in this case, because the get time step, that's actually the delta time between each time step. So we want to call the get time stamp. So now just to recap, in begin play, we say that we create a plot. We are plotting the angle against time, and we are also writing the hinge constraint angle to the angle data series. We are writing the simulation timestamp to the time data series in each simulation step forward. So let's come back here. And now if I press play, I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller. So now when we press play, we can see that we actually get a plot. This will open automatically in your default web browser. Coming back to our blueprint, if we would like to get a second plot in the same plot window, we can do this by calling this create plot function once more. So I am going to again drag out my plot component and call the create plot function. This time I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit so it gets a little bit more tidy here. So let's drag this out like so. This time, let's say we want to plot the position of the rigid body as a function of time. So again, we can reuse this time data series as our X value. And for the Y, we need a new plot data series. So I'm going to press the plus button. I'm going to call this pos Z. So this is the Z position. It's in centimeters. And compile. I'm going to give it the same label. And now I can drag this out, give it the set it as the Y series here. I'm gonna give this another name just so that they will end up on two different plots, just to show how this works. And of course we need to write the position here as well, each tick. So let's call the write function. And the input here will be the position, the set position of the rigid body. So we do this by calling the get position. We can break this vector, and we are interested in the set component. Like so. So now we have created a second plot, given it a different name. We are writing to the Z position data series here each simulation time step. So coming down here again. Now in our plot window we see that we get that second plot, and that is the position in centimeters as a function of time for this rigid body. If we would like to get these curves in the same graph, we can do that. And we do that by simply giving them the same name. So here the name is my plot, and for the second one it's also my plot. So now when we press play, we see that we get both of these curves in the same graph. Now we notice that the plot window is opened automatically, and you can actually control this if you like. So if you don't want the plot window to open each time you press play, you can come to the plot component here, and in the details panel under AGX plot, we see that we have an option here saying auto open plot window. So if I were to deselect this, the plot window would actually not appear automatically. I can make it appear when I want to by pressing this open plot window button. Also, the plot component has some file writing capabilities. So by default, the data seen by the plot component will be written to a file on disk. So the name of the file will be the name given here by file output name, and the location of this output file will be the project root directory. So that's all for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. There is some more information in the user manual for this, so go and check that out if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.